Today I'm going to show you how I produce high quality articles for dozens of websites in just a matter of minutes using AI. For those who don't know me, hello, my name is Bruce. I've been doing SEO, digital marketing, affiliate marketing since 2015. I've helped small, medium, and large businesses get more traffic, sales, and customers by having their websites show up at the top of Google searches. I make these videos because I love this stuff, showing you stuff that I use, so maybe it can help you out. Okay, so I'm going to show you my tool that I use. I do use WPX. That's not what I'm going to show you right now. What I'm showing you is auto blogging. Auto blogging is AI tools that instantly generate optimized articles with AI. So the way it works is you buy credits, and so I don't do the monthly, I do the annual. I think this is the one I buy. You can buy whatever you want, and yeah, you could use ChatGPT or some other AI to write your articles, but with this thing there's several different ways you could do it, right? There's so many they've improved this tool so much that it's hard for me to keep up with everything, but I'll show you what I use. Right, so I go in here and I use the quick mode and I go to bulk generate, even when I'm only doing like 1 or 2 articles. You see this? Enter 500 article titles. Now you add a plugin to your WordPress site and then you upload the articles, right? You drop in your titles here, and then you can add another plugin that drips out the articles. Like you could post like 5, 10, 15, 20 articles a day, whatever you want. I generally, it just depends, but I generally don't push out 100 articles at once. I tend to keep the amount of articles to 10 articles or less a day, but you can do whatever you want. Some people think it's bad if you push out a bunch of articles. Other people say they've tested it and they see no limit, like Google has no problem with it. Whatever. I don't really have a problem with the amount of articles because I keep it to like 10 or less. But you could schedule hundreds of articles. You could map out your entire content plan for a website, put it in here, upload it to the website. It automatically posts these to the website, and then you could just tell you could schedule the posts to just drip out as you want. But let's say I would put up like the best running shoes for men, right? And then for here, it doesn't really matter what you put for product name, but I usually put like the website, so let's say it's Running Man is the website. Well, I just do this for my own purposes because it keeps a list of all the orders that you run. Like you would consider this an order. So if there was a problem with it, you could go back and see. And then I'd do a dash and then put the date. You could do whatever you want. You don't actually have to put anything there. I always use English. You could do informative, listicle, places. So I've only done informative. I'm going to test the listicles and see how that is. I haven't used these other two. They keep adding to this tool, so it's pretty impressive. I stick to medium articles. I used to do long, but it's just not needed in the age of AI, especially with Google prioritizing more transactional articles. If you're doing like long length informational type articles and you do them long to try and like beat out the other people, it doesn't really matter because informational type searches are being eaten up by the AIs. And you need transactional type pages, and most of the time those are pretty short. So I stick it to medium, and then just let it figure out what it wants to do. You could do first, second, or third person. I usually just leave it on auto, and I think it usually does third person. Professional writing style, or the writing style. These two are new. Actually, all 3 of these are new. I've been wanting to try the less AI words, but I haven't. And premium style, I haven't. I just have been leaving it on professional. I would like to test with these. I've been using this tool for 2+ years now, and geez, I can't even keep up. FAQs. I do use FAQs unless I'm doing something about a specific company or product review. So let's say I'm reviewing the best running shoes from Nike, and it is a specific shoe called the Super Runner 1000. It doesn't do great with that. But if I'm just talking about why uh, men need like the lightest running shoes or something, then the FAQ, then I would do something like that. So when you're talking about a specific product or company, not so good. When it's more general, then that is good. I always use this. I don't know what it does, but it's like, yeah, I want my articles optimized. I have not tested the infographics. I have done AI images. I don't usually use the AI images. Um, if a web page is really ends up ranking really well, I'll send my web designer in to go add stuff to it. So in the beginning I did that, and now I almost never use it. So you could decide what you prefer. So automatic SERP analysis, I always use that. So it goes out, and so like say you're doing a search for you're doing an article for the best running shoes for men. It's going to go do that search, see like the basics of what those articles have that makes them rank, and it's going to try and mimic that. I don't do human proofreading, but if you really care about the web page, so I do most of my stuff is affiliate. But if I was going to put one of these on my own like local business article, then I would select human proofreading. This is what's so cool about this. You can tailor these articles however you want. I always do internal linking now. This wasn't a thing like a year ago. Now it is. I hate doing internal linking. It's not the greatest internal linking, but it's better than me not doing it. And I go and check the links, and it's decent. It's better than not having it. I think it's worth it. Um, Auto post to WordPress. I always do that because that you can get it so that you manually update post it on the website. I don't want to do that. That's how I do it with dozens of websites. It automatically dumps this thing into the drafts in the posts of WordPress websites. So I always do auto post. I have not done this. I don't even know what it is. That's new. I can't keep up with everything. Source context. So if you're doing like a review of a specific running shoe, this is where you could put in information. So you could, or if you're like, I want to do the top 5 running shoes, list this one, this one, this one, you could do something like that. For SERP location, all my stuff, I'm focused in the United States, so I always select that. You can select whatever you want. I always select outline inspired from the competition. I generally, I'll mix it up and sometimes use key takeaways and sometimes not. In general, I think the bots like that. The search engines like it. In general, I do like to add key takeaways. I don't do external links. I've played with it in the past. You can decide if you like to have external links in your articles or not. I don't do YouTube embeds, but you can. Human proofreading. I know this is becoming a lot more important for a lot more people. I would do this if this is a local business, like a real business. For affiliate sites, I don't really care. For a real business, I would. And then, of course, you can add a lot more characters, 3,000 characters, where this is only 500. So you can get really specific about what you're wanting. And when you find when you find what you like for whatever project you're working on, you can just like create like a text file or something so that you can copy and paste your rules in here if you're going to create a bunch of articles like that. Internal linking, that's where I always select that. So you just enter the domain there. I don't ever use this feature, but and then you select the WordPress site. I'm not going to show it because it's going to show my sites, and I don't show my sites. Category, this is a review. Is this a information about a certain topic? Pretty self-explanatory. Custom HTML, I've never done, so I don't know. Post status, I always do drafts, and I don't auto-generate titles, and I don't auto-generate slugs. Okay, so that is basically how I use the auto blogging AI to produce content for all of my websites in a very quick fashion. It takes a little bit of time to get to learn how you like to use this tool, but now it is the only way that I generate content for all of my articles, for all of my websites. So if you have any questions, I'll leave the link down below. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll answer you. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you thought this video was terrible, please give me a thumbs down. And yeah, that's all I got for today, and I will see you in the next video.